All right. Got MI with us right now, and I'm going to talk about brand new album. When is it coming out?
Maybe late second quarter,
Okay.
latest June will be
Okay.
out. So,
How many tracks are you looking at?
man, 13 to 15,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's average for a rap album.
Okay.
So, yeah, like I'm excited about it, man. I've started recording. I like what I'm hearing. I'm gonna go to Ghana with Jesse Jags.
Okay.
We're gonna do like maybe a week and a half there and record some more. I'm recording with
You're gonna go and because our Ghanaian brothers and sisters
yes,
are accusing us of,
our Ghanaian sisters and
and
brothers.
brothers are accused of a lot of theft. They say we're stealing
No, no, no.
Azonto.
No. They can't say that. We help them.
They say we stole Kentekloth as well.
Really?
But it was originally ours.
Nah, man, we got too much stuff in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? We have too much.
They were
we
accusing
just-
a lot of people, saying I've seen like Wizkid
Nah,
came along,
nah,
stole
nah,
it. Said P Square came along and took it away.
Yeah, no.
But
Well,
we do it better. Though.
Yeah, true. I didn't say. We just it's brotherhood. Man.
I know you got
Like-
some friends in Ghana.
Yes,
I know.
do.
I know you got some friends on radio and TV in Ghana. That's why I'm putting you on the spot here.
No, we don't. I don't know if we do better,
Mm.
but we do pretty good.
No,
so.
we nothing but love for our Ghanaian brothers and
Yes.
sisters. Okay, so we've got 13 tracks. You're doing Jesse gonna produce the whole album.
Well, Jesse's gonna produce some. E. Kelly's working on it. SARS. Like I'm trying to go as much, and work with as many producers as possible. There's a guy called Sizzle Pro. He's just fire right now, man. He's a young guy. He's been working with YG and Omami. He's doing great, and then I'll do a little production myself too. So.
Okay, all right, sweet stuff. So, I mean, what kind of where are you lyrically? I know now you're a bit more mature.
Yeah.
You've traveled around the world. Your whole attitude. You just came back from LA. I know you were shooting videos there,
Yes.
hanging out with all the
Yes,
stars.
sir.
We spent some time together last year, I think
Oh.
October, in France. It was a
Must trip. I learned from the master the art of French living. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
EXO
Yeah,
and
I'm still paying the bills. But gonna ask about your direction now. Where you lyrically?
yeah. For me, the lyrics come from the stories,
Mhm.
and I want to tell you that I was the other day. I was somewhere in Ikoyi around 12 o'clock, and I saw this lady like she was holding this basket with like she's coming from the market, I guess. And she was walking like the way she was walking, you could tell that she'd probably like dropped at the bus stop, and she'd had to walk in. And I was just like, man, somebody has to tell this lady's story. You know what I'm saying? And so, like for the last year that I've been sort of in the background, I've just been soaking up all these stories of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And trying to now put them into song and
Okay.
tell these stories.
What do you think is what's your take on what's going on with the music scene, especially with so-called African or Nigerian hip hop?
Yeah.
I see a lot of nursery rhymes. I hear a lot of it. I hear a lot of people, just rhyming for the sake of, rhyming, but without much content in it. Once in a while you get a few gems.
Yeah.
But on the whole, it's like, let me see if I can rhyme cat with mat, that kind of stuff. So, what's going on with that?
Well, for the most part, if you listen to if you are focused on certain areas, for instance, like the beat, you know what I'm saying, then you get to hear the good music. And the other day I was at a concert, at Bobby's concert, and I was just standing there, I was watching Fino perform, and then Olamide came out, and I was like, wow, hip hop has come such a long way. Like, I was like literally standing there like proud. I don't want to say uncle before people say I'm trying to like diss them or.
No,
I
saw. No, you've earned respect.
But
when you came out, you were pretty good as well.
Yeah,
I saw you when you came out that day. I watched it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was. It was a great show, and we've come a long way. Like people like I'm excited about Lamide, Reminisce, of course, Ice Prince, Vector, like Young Six. They're the guys that are not gonna go. I have a line in my last song that says, "You can't retire kings." Like the NATOs, you know what I'm saying. I have Modis recording some new music this year at the NYC Beat Show.
Yeah, thanks for coming out with that, man.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Those are the real fans. You know what I'm saying. So it's a great platform. You guys did a great job of organizing that. So so I'm just excited about hip hop. Of course, as you said, there's a lot of people that just. Right now studios are so accessible. If you have a laptop and you can go to Computer Village, you can buy Fruity Loops, you can go home, you can make a song, you can put it out. So there's a lot of garbage out there, but still at the same time, I think that hip hop is in good hands. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of great people making music.
Okay, good stuff. What about the female side? It seems like.
Absolutely.
Do you think that there's a lot of talk? A lot of females can't carry a full album. You know, you've heard that before, right?
Yeah.
That you know they're good at
yeah.
dropping 16 on somebody else's
Yeah,
song.
on someone's song.
But a lot of them, you know, when you say okay, give us a full album, you know, it's like it's in the pipeline, you know.
Well, maybe we're just waiting for Lauryn Hill. Like, I mean, Lauryn Hill's Miseducation for me is probably the best album I've listened to in my life. You know, the most complete album. So I think maybe some, you know, the females just need to, you know, maybe work a little harder, open up A&R. I think maybe that's one thing the guys do a little better. That we're very collaborative, and sometimes, like for instance, Nato and I, we always meet up and play each other music.
Right.
And Nato is someone that will always tell you, Emma, you should try this or you should do this, you know. And just that sort of feedback. By the time I'm done recording, you know, Ice Prince is listening to it, Jesse Jags, you know, everybody's pitching in, they come up with ideas. I think maybe ladies are, you know, a lot.
It's
more.
nothing to do with the fact that maybe our own society is a bit more. We're more, you know, male dominated. We're more misogynist. That we don't have time to hear the female story, or is it that the females are not telling their stories properly?
Man, these are deep questions that I probably have to think about.
I mean, I know. My father didn't waste money.
No, these are, I mean, great questions. But there have been some. I mean, Omami's album was amazing to me. You know, T.Y. Bello. I mean, she shut it down with, you know, I think that was the Green Line album. You know, she shut it down. So there have been great albums by female artists. I think that, especially on the hip hop side, I'm waiting to see what Eva is gonna do. Of course, you know, the First Lady's recording, Sasha.
Sasha comes through,
and she always shuts it down. And then Price, Chocolate City, you know, she's doing her thing too. So I'm excited. Tiwa is supposed to drop soon. You know, she's gonna rap about it.
Because we need to get more females in the scene.
Absolutely.
And also it encourages more other young ladies out there who are watching to know that it's not just a, you know, it's not just a male, you know, field.
But don't you think this is the best time that females have? I mean, there's so many
coming through.
females coming through. Miss J, Zaina, Shay, who I absolutely love. Of course, Tiwa Savage. To the rap section, Tesh Carter. I mean, there's just so many.
There's
people.
a lot of them coming down. We're encouraging them all. So you know, bring it on. We'll play everything you have. So on a personal level, what's up with the? You're going out with a supermodel.
rumors. Two Faces Club. Rumors.
Good line.
So yeah, man. I mean, I think the private stuff should stay private. I'm trying to be like you, boss. Nobody knows your moves. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows.
There are no moves. It's work home. That's it.
No,
it's as dry as Sahara.
No, so I mean, the private stuff should stay private. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. Like in this game, like they printed a story about me and a lady, and her dad called her. They're like, "Oh, Emma is engaged and he's gonna marry this."
And dad was like, "I didn't know about this."
Her dad called her like, because marriage is a serious thing, and they're like, "Oh, Emma is gonna see her parents." Like they were very detailed, and it just shows you that. I mean, it's a story. I try to stay out of the press.
Your dad
like,
called
absolutely.
you? Did he call you?
No, he didn't call me, but he called her and was like,
"So what's
wow,
going on?"
So you're engaged, because his friends
Told
kept
him.
calling him and being like,
You
wow,
didn't tell
your
us.
daughter's getting, your daughter's getting married. You didn't tell us. So, as much as possible. Shout out to the press, though. They're very kind to me, you know. And I guess I stay out of their way.
No, I've had also stories about me getting married as well. You know, I wish it would happen. I mean, I'm waiting for to see. If they do a story about me, at least let them bring the girl.
So you're gonna be like,
it's at least, you know,
you can meet her.
Yeah, you can meet her. So no, all right. So let us know. Okay, what's happening with Chocolate City? What's happening with Loopy Music? Are you signed on?
Yes,
to Chocolate City
I'm
still.
signed on Chocolate City.
You're not doing a whiskey, are you?
I'm not here. I'm not here.
You know, you're doing a whizzy.
Well, I mean, I think loyalty is everything in business, and this I'm not taking shots at anybody. I'm just saying so. And the team that you start with, like, those are the people that know you best. I value so much, like, especially when I came out, people like you and Obi, Aldu, Paul, Efe, Omorigbe, like the big guns in the industry, stuff they would say to me, and because of that, like, you don't want to mess with that. Let me just say that sort of, you know, ecosystem around you. And for me, it was a blessing for me to be able to have worked under Chocolate City and have the opportunity to start something else. So I say Chocolate City is my wife. Loopy is my daughter.
I mean, everybody wants to grow and should grow.
Yeah.
But there's always, like you mentioned earlier, loyalty, and also understanding the sacrifices people have made on your behalf.
True.
As well. True. You know, a lot of ingratitude and a lot of over ambition in the industry, and sometimes the I was going to quote Shakespeare, but I don't think I should in this kind of interview. But you know, sometimes the ambitions over, to paraphrase Shakespeare, over somersault themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you want to run before you can walk. A lot of people who say, okay, I want to do this by myself, they don't have you don't have the grounding, you don't have the understanding of the business, you don't have the direction, and when you now get out there, you realize it's kind of windy and cold out there. It's tough.
It's really tough. It's really, really very tough.
But it's good to see that, you know, so hopefully a good example. So you're the vice president.
Yes,
of,
man, I have executive
what does that mean?
roles.
Does that mean you got an office,
Well,
driver, chauffeur?
Well, my office actually is kind of fun.
Salary?
My office is at Lupi.
Mm-hmm.
So Chocolate City artists, when they meet with me, they come down to Lupi. It's
Okay.
really is one big family, you know.
Okay.
And Aldo and I will be going back and forth talking about artists.
Okay.
Sometimes you hear an artist and be like, "Yo, MI, this sounds more like you."
Mm-hmm.
In fact, there's an artist on Chocolate City and an artist on Lupi that we almost traded at some point.
Okay.
We were like, "Man, this guy belongs here and this person belongs there," but it's all one big family, yeah. And then as far as the VP role goes, you know, I just oversee basically the sound and direction. And as the label grows bigger, you know, when we started out, it was almost like a group. It was like Jesse, MI, Ice Prince. You know, we're together, and now we're growing bigger. I mean, everybody has their own.
I hear a lot of healthy internal rivalry amongst you guys. Is it true?
You know what?
There's a lot of competition.
We were dealing with this like way before we even blew up. So
Okay.
it's like it's nothing to us now. Like I was scared and jealous of Jesse way back 2004, 2000, because he's so brilliant. So now I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? So when he does something, I'm like.
So you want to prove a point internally before you.
Everybody, as soon as somebody does something new, they drive to everybody else's house. I'm like, man, listen to me.
This is what I just did.
And then that person will be like, okay, I'll see you next week. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
could bring my own.
So it's good. I mean, they got another love for them. Brian Mo Price, Nosa, Victoria Kimani, who just joined us from Kenya.
Yeah, I met her.
You
Good,
know.
she's good. She's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna be. I think sometime later on this year. I think we're gonna be doing a show down in Nairobi.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you should come along. We did one a couple of years ago in Nigeria.
Absolutely,
So we do.
absolutely.
It's they love Nigerian music down there.
Yeah, man.
You know, shout out to my people, Uhuru.
Mambo VP. I think that's what it is.
All right. Also gonna ask.